Hey there, today I'm going to share with you everything there is to know about living in Franklin, Tennessee. I'm going to give you a full map tour, share with you some of the top subdivisions in the area, show you some of the new roads that are going to be added, and that, and much more. And I'm getting after it right now. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Greg Spackman. I'm with the Living in Nashville, Tennessee channel. If you want to learn everything about what it's like living here, eating here, sleeping here, playing here in the Nashville area, especially Franklin, Tennessee, then click the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I do new videos. Lately, I've been getting a ton of people that are just like you that are reaching out to me about making that move here to Franklin, Tennessee. I absolutely love it. So if that's you, please give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I've got your back if you're moving here to Franklin. So you want to know what some of the cool things are of living in Franklin, show you where Franklin is. The first thing we need to do is open up the map and I can show you exactly where Franklin is in relation to everything. So let's go. All right, so I have the map open. You can see Franklin is highlighted here in red. If I scroll out a little bit, you'll see that Nashville is up here to the north. So you would take I-65. It takes you about 20 minutes to get up to Franklin, about 30 minutes to get over to the airport, usually, maybe 25 minutes if there's no traffic. To get to the airport, you go 65 to Interstate 440, and you take that around over to 40, and then you can get on the other freeway and get to the airport. Super easy. Normally not a lot of traffic going to the airport, typically. You run into a little bit of traffic as you get closer into Nashville, but once you get onto 440, usually there's not a lot of traffic. Brentwood is your nearest city that's to the north. Depending upon where you are in Franklin, you can either be 5 minutes, 10 minutes at most to get to it. So that's super cool. Down south, you have Thompson Station, which really just has homes and some schools. Not a lot of stuff there. There's a cool restaurant there called Circa that you could try. Super cool train station. It's a neat place. Spring Hill is down here, and then even further south is Columbia. Columbia is 35, 40 minutes or so from Franklin typically to get there. And then out east, you got your big city, which is Murfreesboro right here. And Murfreesboro is where you're going to be going for shopping that Franklin is missing. You'll typically could go out that way. And then out west, you have another area out here called Bellevue, which has the Bellevue One Center, where one of the places I played ice hockey at. That's out that way, but there's a lot of shopping in this area as well. So that kind of gives you an idea of where Franklin is. And then the next thing I need to talk to you is about the McHatcher extension in Franklin. So that's this route here that you can kind of see with my mouse. And eventually it will go all the way. It'll connect this little piece here. So let's show you that now. So you can see here, the red line goes over here and then it connects all the way over to Columbia. So it's going to go from West Haven on off of 96 and then just go around. And then they had just completed recently the north part of that extension. Let's flip back to that. The north part of the extension, which is right here over, do a little quick zoom in, from Hillsborough Road all the way over here to West Haven, which has made things so much nicer. So once the complete McHatcher extension is done, it'll make getting around Franklin much, much quicker. The next thing I need to share with you is downtown Franklin. So the best way is to zoom in here on the map. There are so many cool places in downtown Franklin. You can see this is the main street. They have a public square. Let's get you into that. So here's this is exactly what it's going to look like depending upon the time of year. So when it's winter time or fall time or early spring before the stuff is bloomed, this is what downtown will look like. So this is the pizza parlor. Yeah. Okay. So this is the pizza parlor right here, Mellow Mushroom. Super cool place to eat. We'll just drive you up the main street, talk about some of the places. You got Gray's that you can see here. And as we keep going up the street, there, Gray's is right there. Live entertainment, great food. That's the first place that I'd actually tried grits before. So their cheesy grits were really good. Just other shopping that's along here, little boutique shops There's a really cool ice cream place that we'll get to up here called Kilwins, and they have good fudge as well. And then you have 55 South, and then let's see, this should be 55 South right there. Used to be really cool. They had fried chicken, took it off the menu, so now we don't actually go there to eat anymore. This is the Red Pony across the street. That's a pretty cool place to eat. Feels a little bit old school, but it's a neat place. Here's the theater. Just lots of little shops and that sort of thing. So just to mention some other shops that you're going to see in downtown Franklin, you're going to be able to go to Puckett's, which is a neat place to eat. Merity's, Breadbasket. You got Frothy Monkey. If you go to Frothy Monkey, you might actually see a star there. That's a coffee shop. Neat coffee shop. Cork and Cow if you're looking for a good steak. And then there's a ton of different little antique stores that are all around that are on the outskirts. So let's go out a little bit. So right over here, there's a Franklin Antique Mall. So anytime my mom comes into town, she wants to go antiquing, and there's 5 or 6 different antique stores that you can go to in downtown Franklin. So we take her there and go to that. Your top subdivisions in Franklin are West Haven, which we can show you where that's at. So let's pop over where West Haven is. So here's downtown Franklin over here, and if you go out 96, you're going to get to West Haven. So this huge subdivision here is called West Haven. Has its own golf course, as you can see here. It's a pretty good golf course, I've been told. I haven't actually golfed there. They have a lot of neat things about West Haven. It has its own grocery store. It used to be a Harris Teeter, and then Kroger bought them. So it's not as cool as it was when it was a Harris Teeter. There's a lot of different little shops here. There's a coffee shop that's pretty good. There's Oscar's Tacos. So if you want Mexican food that's like fast food style, super, super good. There's a postal service there, a salon, a little trading company, a little pub. Then you got the lake, which you can fish on, and that's super cool for you to be able to do. Just lots of cool stuff about West Haven. And then we got the pool here with tennis courts. Pool is super, super cool. Let's see if we can get an up close view of the pool. That's probably the best we're going to get. But anyhow, when you want to get a tour of West Haven because you're interested in West Haven, then we definitely would take you there. A lot of cool things about West Haven. It's a huge master plan community, and its major issue used to be the connectivity to the rest of Franklin, but when they finished the McHatcher extension, now it's not a problem to live out in West Haven. Before, you had to go on 96 and then go through downtown, and it used to just take you forever to get around. The next subdivision I want to share with you is Berry Farms. Berry Farms is like a mini West Haven. So it's got some cool things about it. It's right here. So from downtown Franklin, you would go 96 over to I-65 down to Paytonsville Road. And then this is Berry Farms right in here. And Berry Farms has its own grocery store as well, and a bunch of different places, fast food places. You got McDonald's, Panda, Chick-fil-A. It's got one of the coolest gas stations that you're gonna see. Let's see if I can get a view of it. Right here. So how cool is that? It's like I don't know. It's white and it's just really, really cool looking. But that's just a gas station that's there. Got a couple of hotels. It's got some office buildings here. So there'll be some businesses there. Across the street over here in this land, this is where you're going to have the In-N-Out headquarters. And then the first In-N-Out burger, once they go in, is going to be in this area. Across the way over here, you got Dave Ramsey building. So you're going to see his building when you're going south on I-65. Let's see if we could show you what that looks like, just give you an idea. So that's his building there. So I don't know whether you're a Ramsey fan or not. That's up to you, but that's his building there. Just a lot of cool things about Berry Farms. It's centrally located. What I like about it is you're like 7 minutes up to Cool Springs. So you're quicker than getting there from West Haven, but you get a lot of the cool things that you need in Berry Farms, like a Publix grocery store, and then some other little restaurants and um, other things for you to do there. Next up, we're going back across over into another area called, and this place is Fieldstone Farms. This is a super popular subdivision. It's over here, and it's gigantic. It's really, really big. It has a Publix as well that's near it, and then it's just got a ton of homes. And the home prices in Fieldstone Farms are going to be more affordable just because of where it's located, and just the homes are a little bit older. There's not a lot of new construction or new homes that were in Fieldstone Farm since it was one of the earlier subdivisions developed. But you can get anywhere from like a 350, 450 condo townhome all the way up to $1 million home. Just depends on what size you're looking for homes. Next up, we're going to go over back across the freeway. We're going to go to where I first moved, and that's McKay's Mill, one of my favorite subdivisions. And that's you would go back across the freeway, and then you would take McEwen, which is this road here, and you would take it over to Oxford Glen, and then this whole area here. This huge area here is all McKay's Mill. There's something like 1,100 plus homes in this area. They have condos, townhomes, and single family cottage homes. So it's a neat place for you to get started in, because you could start with a townhome or condo and then upgrade to a cottage home and then upgrade to a single family residence. So got a lot of different upgrades that are possible. We actually lived on this street here, Broadmoor Circle, when we first moved to Franklin. And what the cool thing about it was is it was the last stop and the first stop for the bus ride, because my kids went to right here to Clovercroft Elementary. So when they would take the bus, they would get on the bus would go around the corner and then go over to the school. And then when it came home, it would come back and they would be the first stop. So they were the last ones to get on, first ones to get off. So we never had any issue, although I haven't really heard of much issues with people having their children ride the bus. A lot of families do. I don't recommend, if your kids can ride the bus, that you drive them. Just a car rider line, it's a pain in the butt, and it's way easier to put them on the bus for the most part. So that's super cool. The next subdivision I want to share with you is called Ladd Park. Ladd Park has got a lot of newer construction homes, and it's down 65. It's right by the Dave Ramsey stuff. So it's all right in this area here. And they may be adding more. They may buy this land here and then build, or they could buy across the street and build more for Ladd Park. But that is a cool area. A lot of different priced homes in Ladd Park as well. And it's zoned for good schools as well. Then right across the way, we got the Ag Center, which is something cool I want to make note of. The Ag Center is where we go see the rodeo, and it's a super fun place. They had talked about this part here. They tried to put an ice rink in. Unfortunately, the Ladd Park people didn't want that to go there, so they fought that. So right now we are not having an ice rink put there. Maybe we'll get one eventually. We'll see. One of the cool things about living in Franklin is going to be your schools. Franklin is completely in Williamson County, so if you do your research on schools, you're going to find that Williamson County typically has the better schools than other counties, highly rated. All the schools pretty much in there. We've had our children, all 4 kids of mine have been in, 4 of the 5 kids have been in schools, and we've went to Clovercroft, Page Middle, Page High. Page High, one cool thing to make note of, I can actually show you where that is too. Page High is down right here. So here was Page Middle where Megan went, and then Cameron went to Page High. And Page High had a drive your tractor to school day thing. I'm not sure if they still do that, but they probably do. And that was super cool to see all these tractors lined up out front that the kids drove in for that special day. Winstead Elementary. So we have kind of moved a few different places in Franklin. We wanted to try the west side. We much prefer the east side of 65 over the west side. unless we were going to live in West Haven, and then I would be okay living on the west side. But we have lived in a few different areas on the around Franklin. My wife really likes to move, so we move. But we went to Winstead Elementary, and I can show you where that's at. Oh, Winstead Elementary right here. Chase really liked that school. Nate didn't get to go there. When Nate went there, he went to Heritage Middle. But Chase went to Winstead. The thing you like best about Winstead is that it's a two-story school, because prior to that, we lived somewhere where you had to go to Oakview, and Oakview was single story, and it felt really old. Nathan went there. Chase ended up going to Winstead. And then, um, let's see, Nate went to Heritage Middle, which is seemed really weird. He took a long bus ride down to Spring Hill, all the way down here to right here, Heritage Middle, and that's because, oh, sorry, this one, the Heritage Middle, and that's because they hadn't built two new middle schools that now are built. So I think he would have been zoned for a different middle school now. So we've been to a number of different ones, and then the last elementary school that Chase went to was called Longview Elementary, and that's in Spring Hill because we moved to Spring Hill, and that is right here, Longview. And he really liked Longview. Once again, it's a two-story, and for whatever reason, kids seem to like the two-story when they've been going to one-story schools. Um, Megan went for high school. Megan first went to Centennial High because we lived in Franklin before we moved to Spring Hill, and Centennial High is located right here, this school here. And she went there for about 2 days and then decided that she didn't like doing the drive from Spring Hill. And so she transferred to Independence High School, which is off the 840, which is right here. And then her graduation was at the high school, which was super cool, on the football field. And then she was the first class after COVID to be able to graduate. Those are the schools that my kids have been to. So we've been to numerous different schools in a couple of cities. And so if you're, coming with kids and you want to know about what some of the best schools are, definitely you can reach out and I can talk to you as a parent. I have 5 kids and I can tell you which schools I like the best, which ones we didn't like the best. And then clients that I have helped move have been to a number of different schools in a bunch of different cities all around Middle Tennessee. So that leads us to some other cool things that I need to share that are in Franklin. So if you're looking for a really good steak place, we love to go to a place called Stony River. So I'll show you where that's at right now. It's right by the Target, and there's a J. Alexander's here, which isn't as good. For whatever reason, they're owned by the same company, but this is Stony River, so it's right here. It is right off Baker's Bridge and then off Mallory Lane, kind of, and you'll see it here. And it is, let's see if I can, it's right next door to the Buca de Beppo, which you can see there, but there's your Stony River. So it's really, really good. You got to try the coffee cured filet if you're a fan of coffee. Otherwise, you should try the standard filet, or just the ribeye is amazing. It's really, really good. For some other shopping that you're gonna need to know, there is a Sprouts, there is a Whole Foods. I will show you where those are now. There is a Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is new. Trader Joe's is in this center by the Office Depot, and Starbucks and Carrabba's, and then Drake's that you should try. Drake's is really cool. It's like a bar, but they serve sushi and burgers. So if you are like me and you have a wife that hates sushi, but you love sushi, then you can go there. There's a PF Chang's over here. This is where a lot of your food and shopping is going to be, right here in this Cool Springs area. They even got a Waffle House. So if you're a Waffle House fan or you've never eaten there, you got to try it at least once. There's a Walmart right here, and a Kohl's and a Petco. Where was I going? Oh, Whole Foods. Whole Foods is right here. right off McEwen and Mallory. And then the Sprouts is going to be off 96. So it's going to be down here, right in this center here. So 96 is going to have a ton of restaurants and shopping too. Your Chick-fil-A, your O'Charlie's, uh, Kroger. The Kroger, one of the Krogers is there. You have a Goodwill, just a ton of different shopping and everything else you're going to be able to find there. You even have Kings Bowl. So if you're a bowling fan, you got Kings Bowl that is located in the Cool Springs Galleria Mall. So we do have a mall, and right here is the mall, and Kings Bowl is right here. Party Fowl, great place for chicken. So if you want Nashville hot chicken and you don't want to drive up to Nashville, then they got Connor Steakhouse there. And here's your, typical standard mall. It's a little bit different just because they've had some stores come out of it, but it's a mall. And, you got a Panera Bread here, UPS store, Dick's Sporting Goods, pretty much whatever you're looking for, Franklin has for shopping for the most part. Otherwise, you're going to be going up into Nashville or at worst out to Murfreesboro, and that's 45 minutes away. But Franklin is a great place to call home. We would love to help you if you're thinking about making that move to Franklin, Tennessee, or any city surrounding Franklin. Please reach out to me and my team. We'd love to help you. We can be reached via phone, text, email, whatever you got to do. Reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm out.